There's an old Jedi saying, the pen is mightier than the lightsaber. But can a pen cut through 6 inches of solid durasteel? I don't think so. You say you want to talk, and then you unload both blaster pistols into the ceiling. Effectively hitting nothing.
Okay.
You hear running footsteps coming towards the stairs now. Maybe not the best move.
It's the best move for me.
Okay. Alright, so you're at the bottom of the stairs.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, we said that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see this person come around the top of the stairs.
Hello.
Their gun is drawn.
Oh no.
And they start running towards you.
Ugh.
Are you gonna shoot at them? Are we getting back into combat?
Are they gonna shoot at me? They look aggressive.
They are running at you with their blaster drawn.
And is it the guy with
It is the female of the species.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's fight.
Okay. Alright. Roll initiative again. So it's for you, you kind of saw it coming. So it's gonna be cool.
Okay. So it's cool.
You can always upgrade.
Always upgrade.
Because they're gonna shoot first.
Yep.
So she starts running down the stairs and she opens up on you with her blaster.
I want to talk.
How many wounds you got left?
I'm at full.
Okay, good.
Yes, I popped a stim pack.
Because she hits you for 9 damage minus your soak.
So, okay.
So she runs down the stairs and
Blimey!
shoots 4 times and each one hits.
Whoa!
What do you do? She's she's at the bottom of the stairs now.
Right next to me. Oh gosh.
She's like right on top of you.
Does that give my weapons any disadvantage at all?
No, since it's a pistol now.
If I do shoot, am I gonna have any way to run away or deal if I miss or do I still have movement?
You still have movement, so you can maneuver up to 2 times. The second time will take strain unless you sacrifice your action to take a second maneuver.
Alright.
So you can either run twice and shoot and take some strain, or run twice and not take any strain.
Alright. So I'm going to try to shoot her. I'm gonna I need to fight this out. And I want to I'm gonna use my light side and
To upgrade?
Yeah, and just kind of, it's more of like she's like kind of zigzagging down the steps to me,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm like, she's kind of like trying to juke me out as I'm trying to like shoot her.
Yeah.
And I foresee that she's gonna go left instead of left-right.
Oh, okay. Put that in there. And then we're gonna flip that and we're gonna change that green to a yellow.
Do I roll this too?
Yeah. Alright, so we put our force die in there, which helped a lot. So you get this like righteous feel. You're doing the right thing right now.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And you are able to see 1 step ahead of her.
Mm-hmm.
You do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's your critical?
3.
3. Okay, so that doesn't trigger. That is a very good shot. That is an even better shot than what you got on the first guy.
Uh-huh.
Tell me what happens.
She just kind of is zigzagging, so she goes like right, and she just kind of walks into the bullet, and then she just flies right off the steps onto the ground.
Yep, she's on the ground now.
And
shallowly breathing.
Ooh, is she gonna get up and like?
No, she's not gonna get up.
I make sure I go over to her, make sure she's not gonna die.
She's not gonna die.
Oh, thank God. Zip tie.
You've got them both now.
Ugh. I'm like huffing and breathing. I drag her over. I throw her next to the guy, and I'm like leaning against the wall, and I'm like, you like wound. I'm just like,
yeah, it's not a good wound.
Yeah, and
no wound is a good wound.
I do my stim pack.
All right, and that heals 4.
Yeah, and and then I say, "No, where is it told to hurry?" And
the woman's not going to talk. She's in very bad shape.
The guy's in bad shape too.
Yeah,
like they're right there.
Yeah, but you could you do any number of social checks to try and get them to talk.
Well, they don't really want to talk right now.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna walk away, pull up my comm, and really loudly call Anita and be like, "Could he send the clones to so address. And I say, the clones, really loudly. Because, unfortunately, some friends of mine aren't talking. And I start proceeding up the stairs to see if the Toydarian's up there.
And the Toydarian is not up there. It looks like it was just a staging place, yeah.
Look around, is there any sign of anything like that?
You take a look around the building. It looks like it is undergoing renovations at the moment. The company doing the renovations is called Future Forward Galactic. Mm-hmm. And looking out the back window, you see the pair of swoop bikes, fancy red swoops.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check those out real quick.
Yeah, they are pretty nice. They're kept in very good condition. They each have a skull of some sort with horns on the front of it.
Is that a gang I recognize?
Do an underworld check and maybe
2-4?
Yeah, so 2 yellow, 2 green. Let's do 2 purple with a boost because you live in the underworld. Yeah, so it is the Blood Wolves.
Blood Wolves?
Yeah, you see that the skulls are actually some kind of horned canine.
What do I know about the Blood Wolves?
The Blood Wolves are a Deveronian gang. They live down in the Undercity, which is closer to underground investigations than you would like it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a great place to be.
I kind of look at the swoop bike, and I'm like imagining my insignia on it.
Yeah. You also have 3 advantages that you can use some sort of knowledge of this gang. Or knowledge of the underworld.
Could I don't know how many advantages I'd have to sacrifice to know the name of their leader. Or like his title, or if it was that guy with the horns right there.
The leader's name is Mimta Vox.
Mimta Vox.
That can be an advantage.
Would I know their headquarters? No.
No.
Could I know the gang size? How many of the people there?
Yeah, somewhere between 40 and 60 people. Yeah, it's a big gang.
40. 60.
And they've been growing.
Could I know... Is that one advantage?
Yeah, it's one advantage.
And then my last advantage... Could I know their organizational system? So, like, how they do tiers? So, like, this guy's like a private lieutenant.
Yeah, so there's one leader. Let's call the leader the Alpha, because they're the Blood Wolves. Mm-hmm. They have a handful of betas, and everyone under that's an Omega.
Right. Great. And, I called Anita and told her to pick up, to call the clones in this area.
And she did.
And before the clones get there, I just kind of want to... So, I'm going to do some paperwork. Staring at them, sitting down, and... Oh, man, I'm not really too intimidating at all.
No. You're also, like, a little wounded, which probably makes you less intimidating, but you did call the clones, which they would not be happy about and could count as a boost on a coercion check if you wanted.
I kind of, they're like dying of their wounds. Someone has half a book inside of them, you know? And, I kind of sit down next to them as I'm like pretty bloodied, and I'm just, and I kind of like, it's funny because I just kind of put my head on one of their shoulders and I say, well, I could just untie you for information, maybe, possibly, unless you want to spend the rest of your life in prison.
Are you lying to them?
No, I'll do it.
No? Okay.
I guess they could have some redeeming factors, maybe.
Interesting. I don't think they would believe you, though.
Yeah, probably not.
Why would you do that?
Well, you don't really know. I'm really poor, and I really need to find this Toydarian. Anita hasn't got paid in months.
We haven't gotten paid by him either.
Who?
Toydarian.
Oh, how much does he owe you again?
Lots.
Why? How would we solve this? Let's talk this through. And I kind of pat his wound. Yeah, let's bring down the situation.
Listen, everybody in the Undercity, everybody pays the Blood Wolves. You don't pay the Blood Wolves. You don't live in the Undercity.
That's a reasonable business. I should think about taking that up.
Toydarian doesn't pay the Blood Wolves. Somebody's gonna pay the Blood Wolves.
Oh, no.
We also happen to know that the Toydarian works for Pawn of the Hutt, so he's obviously got money.
Oh, yeah, that's a good assumption. So, they're just doing protection money.
Not gonna say anything else.
And
You'll let me go now?
I kind of lean over him, and like I kind of push on him a little. How about you? As I'm looking at the woman, she's like
just groaning in pain, yes. And still just pretty much out of it.
So you're not going to tell me where you're keeping him?
No.
Well, if you do, then I will untie you, because you're not really giving me what exactly I need to know. Help me out. Help me help you. And I'm looking at like, my past calls, and I say,
yeah.
I did call the clones.
Yeah,
they're a fast acting force.
At this point, you can hear the siren.
You hear that?
Fine. The packaging plant.
Do I?
The meat packaging plant.
Yeah. Yes.
Come on.
Well, do I know where this meat? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Even if you don't.
Yeah. What was I do?
Yeah. That's it.
Right. Perfect. I get up, and then 1 second. And I leave really quick. I look at their bikes. Just for their bikes. And then I come back and I say, thank you. That's all I needed. And then I unzip tie them. And then I take out my array and I kind of just casually walk away or limp away. And I look at a card and then I say, "Oh, Rondo, I need a ride."
And the two people yell after you, "Did you just blow up our bikes?"
I can't just have you go into the meat packaging plant before I get there. and I just walk away.
And then we swipe to Wedge sitting in the front seat of Rondo Pepsi's cab.
As I'm just like treating myself.
Yeah. You left before the clones got there.
Yes.
Yeah. They would have probably patched you up, but they would have been a little confused about why there weren't any people for them.
I don't want to explain too much.
Yeah.
I don't want to get caught up in paperwork.
Yeah. And you are heading down
to the packaging plant.
Yeah. So you're heading down into the Undercity.
I kind of want to try to find like a CVS or like a Stimpack store somewhere to buy like nets.
Yeah. So there is a place on the way. You ask Rondo.
You want something to drink? As I go in, food.
Give me a calf.
Okay, got you.
So you get a coffee. And,
yeah, oh my god. I asked for an Irish coffee or like a Mandalorian coffee.
A Mandalorian coffee.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really strong.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. And I'd say you grab a med pack.
Okay.
That's a little more useful. Multiple uses. It's a little bigger. You can't really carry it around, but you can put it in Rondo's back seat for a little while.
Or my briefcase. Would it fit in my briefcase?
Yeah, sure. It's probably like the size of a tissue box.
Yeah, I sit in the back and I start like treating myself and I just kind of like get some blood in the seat and I'm I wipe it out. I'm like, I'm just trying to make sure.
Do you need a hand back there?
No, I'm fine. I can treat myself.
Do you want to roll to see if you can treat yourself?
Yes, hopefully.
All right, so it's a medicine check, which is going to be your intellect.
4 and 0.
So 4
greens.
4 and you're doing it yourself, so it's a little harder.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need him to focus on driving.
Yeah.
Get me there. He almost crashed us.
Oh, that's really good. Oh. Okay, you heal 5.
5. I'm at 11.
Okay. So you've got some back to patches on that are just doing some work on you.
Yeah, I'm napping a little bit.
Yeah, you're a little bound up.
I'm tired. Today's getting quite eventful.
Yeah. You head down into the Undercity. The fog is very dense down here. Mm-hmm. You see people huddled around trash can fires. Mm-hmm. There's small groups of tents here and there. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the properties around here look abandoned. Mm-hmm. After driving for a few minutes, the beams of Rondo's headlights come upon a large building that you know to be the meat packaging plant.
Stretch myself out. Alright. Last stop of the night.
You seem like you might need some help.
I will give you 30%, no more.
Yeah, I like the sound of 50%.
Rondo, I thought we were friends.
What's your name? Wedge. I think if you give me 50%, we can be friends.
But Anita, she needs some money. Oh, I give you 35%, and I'm gonna be.
You better not say a signed copy of one of your books.
I stop, and then I rethink what I was gonna argue for, and then I say, not only that, but after this job's complete, you get into the Golden Gun Dock for free. Often.
Golden Gun Dock, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, it's free to get in.
I mean, they're gonna hook you up.
All right. Sure.
See,
okay, all right.
Perfect. Follow my lead.
Yeah, what's the plan?
He
turns the lights off as you get closer.
So can you give me like the general layout of how the factory looks?
Yeah, so it is a large factory sort of warehouse thing.
Yeah.
On the outside, you can tell that it's got
I asked him to take us around so
Yeah.
we get the full scope of all the entrances.
Yeah, it's got a large ground floor, a big garage entrance on the back. There is a small sort of shop in the front that is closed now. It looks like just like a meat market.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the front entrance with the shop. There's a back entrance to the plant itself, and there's a large garage door. Mm-hmm. You can tell by looking at it that it's got a very tall ground floor, and then you see a row of windows that go around the entire building. Mm-hmm. And they're all pretty tall. A lot of them are broken and dirty.
Getting up to those windows, would it be hard? Or
in the back, there is a sort of fire escape ladder. It is up right now, so you have to find some way to get it down.
How tall up is it?
It is about 15 feet up. Bothans are short.
I'm short.
Your cab driver's a Bothan.
Yeah. What gun does he have on him? Does he have a decent pistol or something? Yeah. I can give him the pistol I found.
Rondo is pretty good. Rondo's got some history. Let me see. Alright, so he parked the speeder, and what are you guys gonna do?
So, he parks the speeder after we go around, and then I just kind of stop and I say, now that I'm thinking about it, you also have to tell me, your life story. You seem like a really interesting guy, and I always ask for my own interest in publishing.
I really don't want to talk. You seem to have a good relationship with the clones, which makes me really not want to talk about it.
And then but my books are fiction.
Listen, I was a separatist. I'm not anymore. That part of my life's over. I'm here now. None of that matters.
It's all good.
Can only fight on the losing side for so long.
We'll have to talk when we go out to the Golden Gun Dock sometimes. I think it'll be fun. And the front door seems as good as any. I open the door and I get out.
All right, so you get out of the speeder and head towards the towards the door to the
meatery, like the little
meat market.
Yeah.
It is closed. The lights are off inside, except for the lights in the cooler cases.
Does the door look sturdy?
The door looks like it is probably made out of fancy Star Wars glass that is basically metal.
How many people are around?
Very few, and the fog is very dense, so if there are people around, they'd be hard to see.
Would the fog kind of cut down sound?
Yeah.
For sure?
It would dampen things a little bit.
And I pull out that guy's pistol that he had, and I said, I learned this today. And I look at the lock, and I shoot the lock.
You blast the lock, and the door is now permanently open until somebody fixes it.
Open the door.
Yeah. So, the door, you just can push it to the side, and it slides into the wall. And you are in the meat market now.
I proceed forward, and is the door to the factory now open?
Yeah,
is that
so
locked too, or no?
Here you've got the cases in front of you and to the sides, and you can head around to the back of them. And there's a place with meat grinder and tenderizers and all that sort of stuff.
I put some credits on the table for the lock.
And you see the door to the packaging plant. It's a large metal door that looks like it could slide open.
Very quietly.
You push the pad to the side of the door, and it slides open, and you are looking at the inside of. Actually, you're looking at a short hallway, and you assume that it could be like offices or something. And at the far end, there's another blast door.
Tippity toes, going as quietly as I can.
And you're just gonna go right through and open up the door to the.
I'll kind of put my ear to the office doors.
Okay.
And I'll make sure Rondo does the same on his, so we'll each get a side, you know?
Yeah. You do the first one, there's nothing, it's quiet. You can tell one of them is like a freezer. Second one, quiet. Rondo says, think they hear someone in this one.
I come over. Do I hear someone too?
You hear some talking.
Can I discern who it is? Like what they're saying?
A perception check.
I'm good at those.
Yep. And I would give you a black because of the door.
2.
However, you remove that. 2 and 3. So 1 green, 2 yellow. And yeah. Hi. Shh. Let's make that your roll. So it's average difficulty.
Is this part of my vigilance perception checks?
Yes, you can upgrade. So one of your greens turns to... Well, that will stay there. And you can't use it for anything else. But you can upgrade one of your greens to yellow.
Cool. I'm going to have some awesome perception.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Ugh. Wow. Nope. You have 2 advantages.
I want one advantage to hear. I hear the Toldarian's name.
Yeah. You hear the name Rombo.
And then the other, I hear maybe alive. Because I want the Toldarian to be alive.
You don't hear that. I mean, you can assume that he's alive. I mean, if they're gonna...
Do I hear a Toldarian's voice? Like
you
that
don't.
Scratchy voice?
Yeah. That can be one of your advantages, is that you don't hear a Toydarian in this room.
Alright. I'm kind of thinking, and I'm going to kind of go over to the freezer.
Okay.
Peek inside the freezer.
Alright. You open the door to the freezer. It's just meat hanging there.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I close it. I wait to let's go to the actual factory.
Alright.
You know, like the major space.
You push the button on the side of the door and and you are hit with a blast of cold air. It's very chilly in here. If we're picturing it, it is a very, very large room with everything has sort of a blue cast to it because it's a freezer. Not that freezers actually do have a blue cast, but movie freezers do.
And then, as we enter, it's like we're the black and white.
Yeah.
As we kind of move through.
And there are rows and rows of hanging meat. If you look carefully, you can see that there is a metal sort of balcony walkway that goes around the top of it. And let's do a vigilance, because I know you don't have vigilance. But you still get to upgrade.
Yeah, my will is 2, my vigilance is 1.
Okay, so, 1 and 1.
And my difficulty
2
is...
purple. I'm gonna give you a light side back to upgrade one of those.
Okay, here we go.
Nothing. You walk into this place and you see the hanging meat and you see the balcony and you don't see anybody anywhere, and it's
good.
quiet.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Rondo watch my back.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of go forward and kind of make my way around the edges to make sure I just look around and try to find this guy.
So there are just rows and rows of frozen stuff hanging, and you look down rows, and Rondo's sort of walking backwards behind you. You can tell from the way he's holding his pistol that he is not new to this sort of thing. Yeah. And eventually you spot a little bit of movement down one of the rows.
Yeah. What is it?
You'd have to go further in to
investigate it.
You get further in. You see that there's a stool set up. There's nobody on it. And hanging from one of the hooks, tied up, is Rombo, the Toydarian.
And I kind of make sure Pepsi's looking around. And I kind of go up to the Toldarian. Is he, like, conscious?
He's conscious, but he's got something stuffed in his mouth so he can't talk.
Take,
shush him.
Shush him, make sure you be quiet.
Yeah.
Take it out.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Well, that's Rondo.
Okay.
I'm Wedge.
Right.
Private investigator. I'm here to get you.
Did Belinda sent you?
Yes.
He looks very excited. Have you seen my hat?
I look around and do I see his hat?
No.
I grab some meat, yes, and I put it on his head.
That's not my hat. How are we going to get out of here? There's guards all around.
What's there guards all around?
How did you not see them?
Rondo, did you see any guards?
No.
Well, we don't know. I untie him and I say, do you know how to shoot? And I give him a gun.
I don't think I know how to use this, but I will try.
You better. And I hand him the gun. I say, we're gonna get out of here. And I ask Rondo to lead the way to the stairs up so we can exit a window.
Okay.
And I'll have the Toldarian in between us.
Okay.
So I'm making sure, like, if he trips or something,
Yeah.
help him up.
I'd like you to do a stealth check.
I have 1 in stealth, and my agility is 1. So.
All right, so it's going to be a group stealth check, and Rondo's agility is 3. You said you had 1 in stealth?
Yeah, I have 1.
Rombo is also being stealthy.
Whew.
Well, yeah, no. Your difficulty is harder than that. I'm going to flip a dark side point to give you a red.
All right. Thank you.
You can't just get out of here.
Come on.
Maybe you can. We'll see.
Okay, we'll see. So, yeah, here we go.
Do you want a boost for anything?
Wasn't this my boost right here?
I mean, you could have another boost.
Oh.
It's not going to help you much.
Yeah. I'll
You probably want another boost if you can come up with one.
I guess since Rondo Pepsi's with us, maybe he can direct us in the stealthiest, like the most shadowy areas.
He's been through combat. He knows that sort of thing.
So he can direct us from shadow to shadow.
Sure. We'll see if you can make that threat go away. Yeah, that threat's gone. You were very stealthy. But you see that little red with a triangle, circle with a triangle?
Yes.
You remember how you got all those triumphs earlier?
Oh.
That's the opposite of that.
Okay.
So you were very stealthy, but on your way in, you forgot to close the door behind you.
Yep.
All that cold air was blowing in, and you hear some yelling back from where you came in. It's indistinct. You can't hear exactly what they're saying, but there are people. You can assume that they're going to come after you soon. Or at least check out Rombo.
Well, I continue. I want to continue to go up the steps and try to escape through a window and then that fire escape.
Okay. Yeah, you hear the footsteps of these people are running.
Yeah, and I'm like, let's get a move on. And as we're kind of like
going as fast as I can fly.
Speed walk. You know, I take out my comms again and I ring up Anita. Enter. And Anita eventually like picks up.
Hello.
And I say, I need you to enormously call the clones again.
Why are you talking so quiet?
Shh. I'm in a very dangerous situation.
All right, where are they going?
And I tell her that meat factory, that meat store.
Okay.
And then I close it, and then I.
The clones, I can't get mixed up with the clones. I hate the clones.
Well, you know what? Do you want to get mixed up with the gangs?
I can't get mixed up with the clones either. They.
Yeah, I already know.
Okay, we gotta get out of here.
You'll get out of here.
We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, we'll get out of here. And then I hang up, and we just need to distract them long enough. And so.
As you get to the top of the stairs, you see that there are a few people up on this balcony. They're at the far end, towards where that door was, but they're up there.
Did they see us yet?
No.
As quietly as I can, I'm gonna ask Pepsi.
Yeah.
How many were there? There's 2?
3.
3.
Yeah.
I look at the Toldarian and I say, 2 or 1. How many do you think you can get?
I don't think I can get any.
And I look at Pepsi. You?
I got 2.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
And I I put mine on kill. I'm not gonna have people
set it to kill.
Yeah.
All right. Roll initiative.
Let's go.
Yeah. So you're getting into combat. It's going to be a cool check. Don't you have something that you can add to initiative in one of your things?
I do.
Yeah.
I was about to bring it up. When making a skill check to determine initiative, the user may roll a 4C power check as part of the pool.
Great. So you're rolling a white die in addition.
And so I got...
All right. Do you want to tap into the dark side?
And this would be 2 strain?
That would be 2 strain and a light side point.
What happens if all my strain goes out?
You pass out.
No.
Okay.
I'm not going to.
So you ended up with 2 advantages. Rondo ended up with 4 successes and 2 advantages. These other guys are terrible. Alright, so you have the first slot. NPCs have the second. And you have the third and fourth.
Alright.
What happens?
I'm gonna...
You want to take the first shot?
Yeah, I'll take the first shot.
Okay. So you're just shooting at the one of 3?
Yeah. And,
Alright.
And if I hit him, the Wilhelm scream's gonna go out and he's gonna fall.
Yes, that is exactly what's going to happen. So you're going to roll a ranged light. You are at...
2...
I'd say you're a little further away. You're at medium. So we're going to make it a little more difficult than the last time. So that's here. Are you running towards them? Or are you standing still?
Are they towards the fire escape?
They're not.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Fire escape's going to be behind you. Yeah. Like behind to the left.
I'm gonna stand still, take the shot, and then run back.
Okay, so you can aim.
Yes.
Unless you... Well, okay, so you can aim and move, or you can just aim. If you don't want to take any strain.
I guess I'll cover the Toldarian, and I'll tell the Toldarian to just shoot and run.
Okay.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
So you're not running?
I'm not running. I'm
okay.
gonna cover. I'm gonna hopefully use my briefcase to defend myself.
Yeah. Alright, so since you are kind of far away, you start shooting at them, and the shots go a little bit wide. They're very close, but not close enough.
Right.
Yeah, at this distance, it's a little hard to aim with a blaster pistol. This group of people starts running towards you, and you have full health again.
Yeah, hopefully.
So they start shooting, and they're a little better at this than you are. You can tell that they're all Deveronians. They've got the red skin and the horns, and they open up with their blaster pistols at you, and they deal 6 damage minus your soak. Should the Toydarian go, or should Rondo go?
I think the Toldarian should run, and then Rondo after, if they can.
Okay, so the Toydarian just runs.
Yeah.
Runs for the fire escape.
Yeah.
And Rondo is... you haven't paid him yet, so he's not going to leave you hanging. Though he knows where you live, so...
That's good.
Yeah. Alright, so Rondo takes aim. Fires at these tough guys, and does... a lot of damage.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, he shoots one of them, and he goes falling off the balcony into the meat packing area below. Yep. But 3 of them are still running at you. And it is back around to the top, so either you or... Well, any of the 3 of you can go.
I'm gonna... I mean, it's loud enough that, people are gonna know where we're at, so I'm gonna kick that fire escape down, so, we can just slide down.
Alright, so you're gonna run over to the fire escape.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take a shot as I'm running.
Okay.
So I don't aim.
So you don't aim.
I take strain, right?
Yeah, you do. You take 2 strain.
Alright. And this is it?
Yeah, unless you want to flip a light side point to upgrade.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yep. Wow. Okay. You shoot again, and all your shots go a little bit wide. Just a little bit. Barely. Yeah. Rondo gives you this look, like, why do you even own a gun?
Well, I've been riding too much, and I gun straight to the fire escape.
Alright, so Rondo runs after you, firing as he runs, and pops off shots at the other 2 people. One of them goes down with a single shot. The other one takes to the shoulder before he stumbles backwards.
And as that happens, I'm like, you know, I'm always looking for a partner. If the cab business doesn't suit your fancy, you know, I could always use an extra man.
I've been kind of missing the action. I might take you up on that.
Hopefully.
You three are at the window now. You hear lots of shouts down below and running footsteps.
Where's the stupid clothes? Oh, gosh.
Rondo wraps his jacket around his arm and elbows the glass of the window open. You see the fire escape out there.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, you hop through the window, and in the distance you can hear the sirens of the clones.
That's good. Let's make our escape.
Yeah. Head down the fire escape.
Yeah, run.
Yeah, and
if I can take shots, I'll try to.
Yeah, you don't see anybody up through that window.
Yeah.
But as you get to the cab, you see people are starting to sort of pile into the meat market down below, taking cover behind the windows and shooting out.
Get us out of here! I'm taking shots in the window.
Yeah, you hop in the back of the convertible, and Rombo and Rondo are in the front. You are taking shots back as you speed away. The sirens of the clone troopers get louder, and Rondo's got his headlights off still. Tells you to hold your gun, stop shooting, and zooms quietly below the clone trooper. What's it called? Yeah, they've got a pair of large cruisers with guns on them. Apparently Anita did a good job.
Thank you, Anita.
Yeah. You quietly speed under them. Quietly and silently.
And we're just kind of chilling, and I'm like,
yeah.
Rombo, you really need to find a new place to live.
I can't afford anything else.
and I say, you know, I'm always offering a spot for rent. Extra money. One room, but...
Well, I might have to take you up on that. Depends on the state of my house, I guess.
It's not too good.
Great. You head back to underground investigations?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Rondo parks out front. Head inside.
And I asked him if he wants anything to drink or like chill or.
Yeah, I think I need to take a minute.
I asked Anita to call up the employer, and I just like sit down at my desk.
Rumbo and Rondo do the same thing at the low couch that you've got in the corner.
Yeah, and
and you wait for Spelinda and Zeph to get back.
I make sure I sign a copy of a book, and I give it to Rombo.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Have you ever read?
Oh, yes, all the time. What is this, though? Paper?
It is first edition. It's one of my first works, and it's the title is Beyond Having Tentacles. It's about like this sentient like alien race that has like a it's just a squid. I fell in love with a human.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Well, I have to take a look.
You better.
Before long, Spelinda and Zeph, the Harch and the Lanik, show up. They're there with an Ugnaught now. And the Ugnaught's got this big, like, gray beard that's sort of pointed like a star. Spelinda says, I can't thank you enough.
It was easy.
For getting little Rombo back.
No problems.
And Zeph's like, yeah, he's like a brother to me.
Well, unfortunately, the only thing he lost was his hat.
The signature hat.
The signature hat.
I lost my hat. I can't believe it. I'm gonna have to go find the haberdashery. Well, they pooled their money, and they have the amount that you agreed for.
So I give 35% to the cab driver.
Yeah,
with
right.
Pepsi. And I say,
moving up in the world, huh?
The offer is always there.
I think we're gonna have a talk.
We'll have Anita help me. She can judge, payments and things like that. She's kind of in charge of everything.
The camera zooms out, pans out the window. We see Rondo and Wedge talking, and Zeph and the Ugnaught and Rombo are like having a close conversation. The Ugnaught and the Lanik have their arms around the Toydarian. And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then like at the end of the scene it says, brought to you by, and then it's like, it's new book. The Grey Deal. It's the third in the trilogy of the Star-Crossed Lovers series. It's like, ugh, that was really fun.
Great. Thanks for playing.
Oh, that was stressful. I was like, no, I don't want my guy to die.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Coruscant Nights.
Thanks to Luke for playing on these episodes. Be sure to check out Prism Scroll, now available in the iTunes App Store. You can find Luke's Pottery on Instagram at Luke Harmon Pottery.
Our music is by Mark Eberhardt and Nick Skowron. You can find Nick's music at pro-am.bandcamp.com.
You can find us on social media at Coruscant Night on Twitter, and you can email us at coruscantnightspod@gmail.com.
Love the show and want to show your support? Leave us a 5-star review on iTunes or visit our Patreon.
Check it out at patreon.com/Coruscant Nights. Later this month, we'll be putting out a questions and answers episode. So if you have any questions for me as a GM, our players, or the characters they play, make sure to send them to us on Twitter, hop on our Discord server, or send them to us by email. We look forward to reading your questions on air. And finally, the last exciting news of the day, CoruscantNights.com is now fully operational. You can find more info about the show, our players, and the people behind it, along with a one-stop listening spot for all of our episodes. Check it out at CoruscantNights.com. Now stay tuned for a preview of next week's episode. She's got this sort of the same setup as you, except kind of mirrored. Mm-hmm. And around the corner is the sliding glass door into the garden area. And looking around, you see that the glass on the glass door was broken inwards.
Oh man, I can't be in here. It makes me dizzy. It's backwards.
Just look, they broke in and they took my collection.
What'd they take?
I gotta come up with a name for it. I know what they took.
A bunch of porcelain babies.
Yes.
Little babies.
They took my babies.
And she points to a glass case that is empty, and the glass is broken.
Who would even want those things?
They're precious.
Yeah, well, it's nothing compared
They're worth a lot of money.
Yeah, well, something was taken from my house, and that's worth a lot to me, too.
What did they take?
That's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
You're so mean, John. This is a terrible situation. What are we gonna do?
Well,
have you called the police yet?
Who? Clones? I don't do nothing.
The clones, they'll do something. They'll look for these bad people.
You know what? I'm gonna take this into my own hands. I'll figure this out.
No, you'll get hurt. Just call the clones. Just call the clones.
Hey, sure. I'm gonna call the clones. I'm
call them.
I'm taking this, and he picks up some kind of ornamental. Looks like a fire poker, maybe, like a thing to like move around the coals or something. Or something like better that you should have.
Don't take my peppo stick. I got that from my father.
I'll bring it back, and I'll bring your babies back.
My babies.
She's got her hands on her face on either side of that butt chin thing. Just thinking about her babies.
I'll get your babies back.